Hi there, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Dr. Gwen from the Dr. Gwen International and host of the iTunes show, the Dr. Gwen Podcast Show. Now, I hope that you had a wonderful weekend, and I'm really completely loving this Facebook Live on my page because I think now the little bars are gone from the side, and so now I have a real video without the annoying little black bar or the white bar that were created on the side to show that we're recording from a mobile device. So today, my topic for you is how to ensure your results are fulfilling for you. Now, I know I've spoken to quite a few people who haven't started to make a progress with their New Year's resolution. And of course, we're almost in the 5th month of the year. And I'd like to ask you, how do you feel you are doing with your resolutions that you created at the beginning of the year? Maybe you're someone like me who doesn't create resolutions, right? And however, you have goals that you set up for yourself that you wanted to achieve. How are you doing on that? Over the next few weeks, I will be bringing to you some topics that are going to help you to make the progress that you need to make. I'll be sharing with you some resources that you can download or access to help you to make the progress. And today I'll be sharing one of 5 secrets that those who are successful, the 5 to 8%ers who achieve their goals every single time, I'll be sharing with you what they know that you may not know so that you can begin to put some of these things in effect to get the type of results that you're looking for. So without any further ado, my goal is at the end of my conversation with you, you will have a very clear idea of where you are going to begin with your goals. Now, the first thing that is necessary is clarity of direction. And when I say clarity of direction, what that simply means for you is that you must have a great idea of where you're headed. You see, we talked about this probably to some degree in the past. And today, I want to really bring it home so that it's quite evident to you that if you are not clear about where you're headed, then you're not going to achieve anything. You won't know when you've arrived. You won't know when you need to stop in the middle and tweak it. You won't know exactly what to do. So clarity is key. Now, there are a couple things about clarity that I want to say. And the first thing is, you may already have an idea of what it is that you want to do, but you may find that your day is completely muddled up with all kinds of different activities that are competing for your time. When you do that to yourself, you're doing yourself a huge injustice. One of the biggest things that is necessary is that focus. And once you focus and you have gotten one activity to a point where you feel like it's flowing, now you can take on something else. If you are multitasking and juggling activities together, then what's going to happen is that something is going to suffer. They may be making progress. However, that progress will be frustrating for you because it will not be quick enough. And it will go much faster if you were able to focus on what it is that you feel that you need to do, like one thing at a time. So you're not spinning your wheels and acknowledging your lack of progress. Now, I want to say this. If you already know what it is that you need to do, why haven't you done it? Why haven't you? You see, light comes to us in incremental steps. And when we get that light, that divine light about where we need to move to next, it's time to move. Maybe you are the person who sits around and think about it and wonder whether that was some guidance that you're getting, or maybe you thought up this whole idea. I know I used to do that a lot. And I used to spend my time spinning my wheels trying to get to somewhere because I was stuck in my head, reasoning it out, trying to come up with all the options that could possibly occur so I could be really crystal clear about the move I need to make. But the disadvantage of that is that when you get a light, you cannot see the end. You don't know what that end is going to look like. And you have got to step out in faith. You've got to put one foot out there without even knowing what the end result is going to be. And that is when you have that internal knowing, that internal guide, that the path that you're on is the right path for you. And if you already know that, then what are you waiting for? Step out, my friends. Make that step. Stop second guessing those divine inspirations, because those inspirations are what you need to get you the results that you want. Are you happy with your results? Are you happy with the steps that you have made from the time you set up your schedule or goal to right now? Are you feeling like you're spinning your wheel? Get out of your head. You have to know what it is about. Now, the next thing about clarity is this. If you don't have a clue what it is that you need to be doing, then you owe it to yourself to find out. There are resources that I have that's available on my website that I would encourage you to download. It's free. If you go to passions2earnings.com, you will get a Get Clear guide. That guide will walk you through a process where you can come out on the other end having a clear idea of what it is that you may want to do for a career or a business. And you work through that guide step by step so you can come out with something that is going to be fulfilling who you are. If your results are not feeling fulfilling, then you are not in the zone. You're not obeying the light that you have gotten. And if you are confused about what that light looks like, then go download that guide right now. You don't have an excuse anymore. And begin to work through that guide and step by step arrive at the process of what it is that you need to really be doing for yourself. Now, once you've got all that, that is, if you have the light of where you want to go, and you know exactly what your goals are that you're working to achieve, then you have to write it down. What does it look like? What does it look like? You must be clear in your head. You may not know the final end result, but you should have an end result. And as you have that end result, it's important to stay open, because God knows best what is good for you. You start this path off, it may end up taking a detour, may go and look something different than what you have, but you have to trust that it's going to be better than what you envisioned. Do you want to lose weight? You have to say what it is that you want to lose. Be specific. Is it 10 pounds? Is it 5 pounds? Is it 25 pounds? What weight do you want to come down to? State it. Make it clear. Do you want to start a business? Make it clear what your goals are, what the business is, what type of business it is, how much money you want to earn from that business on an annual basis. It really is tougher to track your results if you don't have any kind of specificity. That's really what it is. So it's important for you to know how clear your goals are going to be. So I'm going to invite you now to grab a piece of pen and paper, and we're going to clarify your direction of where you want to go with your goal. If it's a relationship that you want to have, if it's having your kids behave at home, if it is starting a new business, if it is losing weight, whatever that goal is, go grab a piece of pen and paper and let's get down to business. So how do you get specific? I actually had made a video recording in the past about this. However, rather than sending you on a hunt to find that video, I am going to summarize here for you. I like to call my goals SMART. And my S means it is specific. I gave you an example of that before. Make it specific. How much money do you want to make? How much weight do you want to lose? What specific behavior for your child do you want to have transformed? I know for you parents, that may be a goal for you. And I would add here now that if you are located in Maryland, there is a live workshop that's going to be coming up that's going to give you some wonderful, amazing secrets and strategies to help you get your child's behavior under control, and also to help you to raise responsible kids that cooperate. Okay, so is your goal to have your child behaving and cooperating? Write down what you want that behavior to look like. Be specific about it. Then you want it to be measurable. And when I say measurable, you're going to quantify it. Is it 10 pounds? Is it $100,000 that you want to make per month in your business? How many times do you want your kid to obey you when you have spoken? Is it 7 out of 10 times? Will that be the goal that you're going to set? When I speak to Susie, 7 out of 10 times, she'll obey what I say. Don't say most of the times, because you're not going to be able to measure. Now, I also really want to say this, that when we work on changing behaviors for other people, there are strategies that we work on for ourselves, but that's for another video. Okay, however, but what you want to do is to specify what you want to see. You're going to make those goals action-oriented. That is the A part. So we've covered specific for S, measurable for M. A is action-oriented. And what I like to say is to make steps. What are those steps that you are going to take to make it happen for you? Write those down right now. What are the steps? Maybe what are the 10 steps that you're going to take to make it happen? And then what are those daily steps that you're going to take to make it happen? Write that down. Then I like to say your goal must be relevant. Okay? Relevant based on what your entire purpose is, your long-term goal. Don't set a goal that has no relationship to where you're trying to go to. In other words, if you're trying to have a relationship, don't set a goal that you're going to be watching movies inside of your house 10 days a month, or maybe 20 or 25. You have to set goals that are going to give you the exposure that you need to achieve those goals. So make sure your goals are relevant to where you want to head to. And the last one is time bound. Your goal must have a time frame. You don't want it to be forever, though that time frame can put a burden on you and some pressure on you. But you want to say, how quickly do I want to see this result? And remember, as you set these goals, be flexible. Be completely flexible and open to what shows up. Now, I have to say that tongue in cheek because I just got over talking with you about procrastination. And that may be one of the issues with you if you are procrastinating, that you are too flexible. So you don't want to have those things written down and be flexing them every day. You want to set yourself a plan so that you're going to obey what you've written down mostly all of the time, even when you don't feel like it. Get up and do it because you're building a muscle for success. However, when I say flexible, what I mean is the flexibility in terms of things that happen completely outside of your control, that you have no control over, and emergencies, which is things you have no control over. Just things that show up that will throw you off path. Maybe you're having a horrible day, and you may need to take a break from that. Do that. Don't force yourself. If you're taking too many breaks, however, that may be where the problem is laying with you. So you want to make sure that your goals are specific, they're measurable, they're action-oriented, they're relevant, and they are time-bound. And I hope that those strategies that I've shared with you, have enlightened you enough to allow you to begin to take the steps. Write them down. Don't leave it up to chance. Don't leave it in your brain. It will never happen there. And then I'm going to invite you to take one more step, and that is put it in your calendar. Write it there and obey it. So that is the first of 5 secrets for getting the results you want. And don't forget the one we started with, which is be open to inspiration, to light that shows up in your pathway. Those light will not necessarily come all at once, but you have to be open that when you feel that light, that you step out into it powerfully. So if you're not feeling fulfilled today, I invite you to tune in to recognize that internal voice, that internal guide that is giving you the direction for your life, so that everything you achieve, even if it's not to the level where you want it to be as yet, you will be completely fulfilled and at peace with whatever the results are. So I invite you to go to passionstoearnings.com if you need clarity about what you need to do in order to achieve your goal that you're looking for. And then I'm going to also invite you for a free one-on-one Get Results coaching session with me. And I cannot guarantee, once again, that this is going to be available when you get on there. So it's important for you to get on there as quickly as possible. I did clear up some time on my calendar for this. And that would be passionstoearnings.com/coaching. And if you go there, you will get a summary of this report that I am giving to you right now. And also you will have an opportunity on the thank you page to schedule a free coaching session that will give you additional clarity, give you inspiration that you need, will unlock for you the things that may be blocking your success, those challenges that may be obstructing your results, so that you're not moving ahead as quickly as you need to move ahead. And I'll also help you to clarify what you are about when you get off of this call with me, you will be clear about what direction you need to be taking and exactly what you need to do to make it happen. And then you leave the call re-energized, revived, and inspired to go out and take on the things that you want to take on for yourself. So that link is passionstoearnings.com/coaching. And I hope that you will head on over there, download the report, and start living a life for yourself that is completely fulfilling and amazing for you. Mwah. Love you guys. Have an amazing day. This is Dr. Gwen, empowering lives to live purposefully and passionately.